So, May is EDS Awareness Month, so I wanted to share a little bit about Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, my journey with EDS, getting diagnosed, my comorbidities, my major symptoms, and how it affects my life. EDS is a genetic connective tissue disease that affects your collagen gene. I was diagnosed on October 30th of 2018 at the Mayo Clinic in Arizona. EDS affects your collagen gene. So when you think of collagen and where it is in your body, it will likely be affected. So for me, everything is affected, including my skin, my joints, obviously, like my tendons and ligaments, as well as my veins and arteries and organs as well. Almost all my organs are affected. I've had pancreas issues. I've had my gallbladder removed. I have an autoimmune liver disease that I will be actually needing a liver transplant for within the next year or two at the age of 24. It took me about 8 to 10 years to get diagnosed with EDS. I was diagnosed at age 21 after being told for years that nothing was really wrong with me, that I just had joint issues, growing pains, IBS, and all of this. But in reality, I had EDS the whole time. So my comorbidities are postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS, median arcuate ligament syndrome, or MALS for short. I have mast cell activation syndrome. I also have an autoimmune liver disease, autoimmune hepatitis. I also have migraines, things like visual snow, and some other like odds and ends. For me, I have almost constant dislocations and subluxing, which is like partial dislocations in all of my joints. And I will likely be needing joint surgery by the time I'm 30. So that's part of having EDS for me. I also have gastroparesis and small bowel obstruction. So right now I am completely reliant and will be for the rest of my life on a GJ feeding tube. And that helps me to get nutrition and hydration as well. So that's what I do 24/7. I'm hooked up almost constantly. I had severe abdominal pain for my entire life and was told that there was nothing wrong with me, but in reality I had gastroparesis and small bowel obstruction because I had median arcuate ligament syndrome, and if they would have caught it sooner, that could have prevented me from having gastroparesis and SBO, and I wouldn't be on a feeding tube right now. I also have a portacath, which is right here, and I get weekly infusions twice a week for POTS, for my migraines, and it also helps with like my urinary system as well. I currently take over 24 medications in order to treat my comorbidities, to treat my symptoms, and some of my symptoms are fatigue, passing out, high heart rate, low blood pressure, severe abdominal pain. I have constant headaches. I have migraines. I'm starting to lose my vision due to visual snow, and I was told since an early age that there was nothing wrong with me. And the reason why that we are called the zebras is because in the medical field, they are taught that when you hear hoof prints, to expect horses and not zebras. But with EDS, we are the zebras. We are the ones that have been pushed aside, have been told that nothing is wrong with us, that it is just growing pains or joint issues or IBS, but in reality, we have this genetic disease that it affects our entire body. So if you learn anything from this video, please listen. If this sounds like you, please fight for your diagnosis. Don't self-diagnose. That can be dangerous, but fight for a diagnosis. Fight to find a specialist in your area and see if there's something going on, because you shouldn't be told and gaslit that there's nothing wrong with you. So fight for your diagnosis, use your voice, and do what you need to do to get your treatment, to get what you need. So having this diagnosis changed my life, and it was one of the hardest days in my life, but one of the best, because I finally got an answer. And to give a little bit of hope, I have a service dog in training named Ollie, and he has helped to mitigate some of my disabilities and diagnoses, and he has completely changed my life and saved my life. So thank you for watching this video. Please share this if you can, and spread awareness for EDS. And Ollie Bear and I say goodnight. Thank you for watching.